Hello there, and welcome back to the Behind the Couch status report. I am George Lucas, as I think we all know. I am here with TJ and Brandon today on the call.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello there.
And so, for what we did this last week is we got the stream set up. We have the thumbnail set up for our gaming channel to promote the film, or not the film, but the BTS video that we just made. So it is available on our Patreon if you guys want to go see it right now this very second. If not, then you have to wait till next Sunday or this coming Sunday. Which will be a lot of fun. TJ's in it.
Mm-hmm.
TJ makes an appearance.
Nice.
Yep. So, TJ, what did you, I had a question, now I lost it. I'm so tired right now.
The best of us.
Real.
Are you, does this make you want to go build a costume of your own?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely want to make my own.
Yeah, what are you thinking? I think, oh yeah, we were talking about it, huh?
Oh, I've got a few. I want to do Jango Fett from Attack of the Clones. And then I do want to do the Clone Trooper. I want to do a 501st. And then I also want to do a Phase 1 because I love the way the helmet is designed.
Uh-huh.
And then
Animated or realistic?
realistic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then what was the third one? Oh, I guess the 501st and the Phase 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'd like to do a custom Mando as well. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, custom Mandos are a lot of fun. Yeah, right now I'm trying to convince Robbie to do Boba Fett, and so it's one of those things where if this video pops off, basically it's like cosplay will definitely be a thing that we focus on, and I'm running out of space for my own costumes, which means that if we can get the budget for it, and these videos keep popping up, I'm just going to be helping people make their own costumes. So it's like donate to the Patreon so that way TJ can be Jango Fett.
Please, it looks expensive.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, because on one hand, it's like we have the 3D printers, we have the files, because you just bought the files recently.
Yes, I did.
And so that's a whole potential video coming up if we can get the money for it and the budget. I definitely want to invest in an Elegoo printer, one of the bigger ones, because that'll help out too.
Yeah, and there's techniques that I've seen other people. There's definitely other techniques that people use for like sanding 3D prints. I saw this one that's like wood filler and acetone, and I really want to try that.
Okay. Yeah, acetone's scary because it's like because that can melt the plastic. Like it's like if you put it in the bath for too long, it'll melt. And so you can't do it for very long. It's like you want like the vapor of the acetone to mess with it. You don't want it like in the acetone. But
yeah.
Boba Fett's armor is easy. Like I think one of the or not Boba Fett. I'm sorry, Jango Fett. Jango Fett, when it comes to like smoothing and sanding, all of his pieces are relatively smooth. Like from memory, I don't think he has any like crazy like with Mando. You have raised edges, and you have like a mohawk on the pauldrons that you have to watch out for. His thigh plate is of different like paneling and levels. Where Jango, I think for the most part, is just all flat. I think all of his armor's pretty smooth. So I don't even think you need to do the acetone. You could just do the Bondo and sand, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, his is really smooth. The complicated part with Jango Fett is the non-armor pieces, because he has holsters, he's got pouches, he's got a flak vest, and then he's also got that belt. I forget what it's called. It's like a girth belt. Yeah,
no, I think you're spot on. Yeah, the I think a monster.
The easiest part would be the armor and the blasters.
No, I really want a I want to make a clone. Well, I want to get a clone armor myself as well. Honestly.
100%, yeah.
I mean, I've told you about it before. I've been like thinking about another part of it that'd be pretty wizard. But the other thing I was thinking with it, because I've told you before that I want the like the like phase 2. I think they're like the Mustafar troopers, like the ones like the red highlights and everything. I want that. But
oh, the shock troopers.
Yeah, the shock troopers. But you know what I think would be a really cool thing to do with that?
Yep.
Have it so it's painted so it looks like Borderlands cell shaded.
Ooh, yeah, that would be crazy. I've never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, I mean, I will say you definitely wouldn't be able to join the 501st with a cell shaded clone trooper, but I think just for conventions in general, I think that'd be a really cool thing to find. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I would definitely.
I
I will definitely help you paint that because that just sounds like a fun thing to do. A cell shaded shock trooper just sounds cool.
I just love the cell shaded look for stuff. I just think it's really cool. I want to get eventually when I get like another really good guitar, I want to get it painted so it looks cell shaded.
Dude, nice.
I want it that red, white, and black like Sin City comics were.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's definitely a fun idea.
Oh yeah, the clones from like the original Clone Wars animated, that would look really cool.
Oh my god.
I found some files for that on Etsy. Somebody has like the those clone phase 1s and phase 2s. And before I forget, because I almost just dropped an F-bomb right now because this is the BTS channel. Watch your language.
I've dropped a few. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It occurred to me, like, I didn't even think about it until, like, right now I was like, oh, no. So I'm like, I guess I could go edit it and bleep it out real quick. It's not like it's a huge deal. This is a pretty low-effort video, which is why it's the way it is. But...
I'm in public lobby for what I'm doing right now. Oops.
Ooh? Yeah, well, I'm glad that you guys have costume ideas because it's like, yeah, I think I'm at a point where it's like I'm gonna get Mando done 100% because he's not done 100%. Like we got him, I feel like we got him about like 80% of the way there, and I say that because in the video you'll see that I go to a school, my mom's school, and so I try to kneel down to get on eye level with one of the kids because Mando does that with Grogu all the time, and I literally ripped my pants from like the center seam, and it's just, yeah, it was bad. It's like I have the pants in the other room. I should have had them ready for this, but it's okay. No, but after Mando, because I can tell you right now, there's gonna be one of the upcoming videos, not like super soon, because we still have, because the pipeline is Totodile Hunter 2. So we'll finally get that second live-action Pokemon. It's been a year already, which is nuts. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get a video game essay, or a video essay about video games from me, specifically Pokemon. And then there'll be for sure another Fortnite live stream, not the one that's happening later today, because I'm gonna set the video to go public at midnight tonight. But yeah, because at the time of this recording it's Saturday. It doesn't matter. Later today, for you viewers, Sunday the 18th, we will be live streaming Fortnite to help promote this video that we've been working on for the last 3 months. But you'll get another Fortnite live stream later down the line and a Lethal Company live stream. So if you two are interested, I don't think I've played Lethal Company with you guys. Do you guys have... Oh, well, TJ, you don't have Steam, huh? You don't have a computer?
No, I have
not,
a computer.
Or not a
it
functioning
just does
one?
not work. Yeah.
Very good one.
Yeah,
a very unfunctioning laptop.
But Brandon, do you have Lethal Company?
I don't, and it's honestly not really a game that interests me all that much. Repo looks more fun than Lethal Company IMO.
Repo does look like a lot of fun. I will say that. Well, I know that our budget currently, because we make about $40 a month off of Patreon. Like, if we get to that point where we're ready for the live stream, if you change your mind, I will buy you a copy of the game. That's no problem. But I know Repo is definitely one. It's like if this Lethal Company stream pops off again, then yeah, we'll probably do Repo too. Or I'll just add Repo to the idea list board and then try that at some point because it does look like fun. I watch a lot of Smitty, and I really enjoy his Repo videos. But
okay, I do have Lethal Company actually.
after those, because we select 5 projects, and then whatever the top 3 are, those will get sequels or like an extension, and then we'll do 2 of whatever we feel like, just whatever we think would be a lot of fun or could work. But for sure, you're getting a Clone Trooper video from me because in the coming months, because I have to. Number one, my Clone Trooper needs to get fixed. He needs a lot of help. And then I have to get on in a troop. I have to participate in a troop with the 501st before October, because that's when our yearly census is, and that's when I have to turn in pictures of like, hey, I was at this troop, either at a children's hospital, a parade, or whatever. Can I stay in? And so, because you have to go one troop a year is the rule. So I've neglected that. So I need to get on it. But yeah. So it's like there is a fire lit under my butt to go and finish these next 4 projects, because Mando was just the first one for this year, and it's almost done.
Wow.
But you'll get the Clone Trooper one, and then there's going to eventually be you'll get a sequel to Mando where it's like we're gonna take it to get 501st approved. So we'll go to my buddy Bill, who is the Mando guy. He's the de facto Mando guy in the area, and we'll put it on in front of him, and he will pretty much give me a checklist of like, here are all the things you need to change or update or do whatever. But he'll also give us like tips like, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is the best way you could possibly do it, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's the idea. I'd like to get us to a point where we're getting at least like 1 video out a month, but like we'll see. Like Totodile Hunter's gonna be a trek. That's gonna be another trek, because the first one kicked my butt pretty hard when we filmed that.
True.
Yeah, Brandon
remembers.
remembers.
More about what you're doing with it now, at least.
I knew a bit more. I know a lot more, but on top of that, like I was dealing with stuff during that production, on the side, because it's like I had to go on disability for a while, and then it got to a point where I was like, okay, well, we have to shoot this before I go back to work, because when I go back to work, I'm not gonna have the time to shoot this, and so. I got back to work, and then it was I'd go do my day job, come back here, edit and do VFX, go do my weekend job, do rinse and repeat. So it's like Totodile Hunter 2. I've written all the scripts for it. I have started storyboarding it. I have it in a red binder around here. There, right behind me. So I know I want to take like a week to storyboard it, and then the following week is just prep. Like, okay, what part of the shot's gonna be CG? How are we gonna go about this? What costume pieces do we need? What other actors do we need? Because in this one, I have several scenes that require multiple people. So shooting it is going to take a couple days, and then you have the VFX, which I want to target mainly making the Pokemon look more realistic, which means I need to learn texturing, which is not something I really have done. Like, I did a lot of texturing for the environments that I built for Totodile Hunter 1, but I haven't done any, like, oh, let's give Pikachu fur. Like, that's not something I've ever done, so that's going to be a fun learning curve. But that's my goal. That's my goal visually for this next piece, is like, okay, let's texture the Pokemon and make them realistic.
So I'm hearing Pikachu's in the next one?
No, actually, Pikachu's not in the next one. I have... Weirdly enough, like, I think... Well, Pikachu was going to make an appearance in the first one. So, in the first one, and the reason that it didn't happen, I went to Reddit. I posted, some questions about Piplup, because my question was, what is a down? Like, I read the Pokedex entry several times. I'm like, I don't know what this is. And it turns out for penguins and most birds, it's a layer of feathers underneath their outer layer of feathers that helps keep them warm. So somebody was able to answer that for me on Reddit, but I also followed up that question with, hey, this is the project that I'm working on. What Pokemon do you want to see? And somebody was like Cramorant. But what would be really funny, because Cramorant eats Pokemon, like when in the game, if you use the move Dive and he goes underwater, he'll come back up with a fish in his mouth. Sometimes, not all the time, it's a Pikachu. And the Pokedex entry literally states that it'll try to eat anything, but anything that it can't swallow whole, it'll spit out. And so the idea was that it would be behind me and I was talking about it. I'd give that tidbit of information, but then you see it swallow the Pikachu. Like whole, like it actually eats it, and then that's when I realized, oh, clearly that information is wrong, and then you cut to the next scene. But I couldn't find a model of a Cramorant.
Oh.
So, because I don't have the knowledge to make my own models from scratch, especially like creatures. Like I've made, okay, that's not entirely true. I did make a Mandalorian pistol and 3D printed it. I do have that. So, I am learning, but yeah, creatures are not the same thing as inanimate objects. So that's,
of course.
That's gonna be, yeah. So we're not there yet.
Articulation and shit like that at that point too.
Right. And so it's like,
I keep on cussing. I apologize. I'm a sailor.
It's all right. I'll go back and watch. I'll go back and bleep it out.
Every time Brandon speaks, censor it. Got it.
Censor it. Aww. Back to the cosplay thing, because that's what this video is about. That's what the focus is on right now. You'll get it'll be the clone trooper. There'll be a Mando getting it approved by the 501st, and that video will be about how to get into the 501st. Because I feel like for me, I got lucky. I mean, like I had an in. For the most part, like my uncle was friends with somebody who was part of the 501st, and he introduced me to him, and then he helped kind of guide me through like what I needed to do, who to talk to, how to go about it. And so I think for new members who are like completely on the outside, who don't know anybody who's already a part of it, like I feel like that video would be really helpful to them. So that'll be the second Mando video, but after that is going to be a Halo Spartan. The problem is, I don't know which Spartan to do. Like that's the cuz it's like I want to do Master Chief cuz I really want to go back and do a live action Mando and Chief. I need to come up with a story and figure out some logistics behind it, but having a Master Chief costume would help with that cuz I already have the Mando costume. I like the idea of doing like a white Xbox 360 themed Spartan. I found a player model on VR chat that I really like, and I'm like, ooh, I like this color scheme. The other one, there's a lot of uhs, I'm sorry.
What if you just went on your Xbox account, looked at like what your skin was on like Reach or something, and you just made that?
I was thinking about it because at one point I did like that idea. I think I want to do part of me wants to do a custom Spartan, but it's like a tie between I'd like to do a green colored Spartan, which the trick is how do you make it green and not make it look like Master Chief, and then
not have the same helmet.
At the same time, not have the same helmet, but at the same time, I want to do a Buzz Lightyear themed Spartan because my niece is very much into Buzz Lightyear, and I like the idea of a realistic Space Ranger. And I think a Buzz Lightyear looking Halo Spartan would look pretty sick. And especially since my sister Katie wants to go to D23 at some point, and I'm like, well, I can't go to a convention without a costume. And then it's like, oh, well, I'll just do a crossover of Buzz Lightyear, and I'll be let in, and it'll be fine.
My sister's been to that.
Yeah, no, Katie really wants to go. I'm trying to convince them to go to Star Celebration 2027, because my niece will be 4 by that point, and so I looked at Katie. I'm like, Katie, I have 2 costumes that I would love to dress up with Nineveh for this, and one is I'd like to dress up my niece as Leia from Kenobi, since I do an Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like I feel like that makes sense. Like I'll grow out my hair a little bit more and try to look a little disheveled to do the Obi Kenobi. But The other one is because since I do Mando, I'd love to dress her up as Grogu. Like that just sounds hilarious to me, and I, as the cool Star Wars uncle, I feel like it's got to happen. I would love to do that. So
yeah, my sister said that they're gonna go and they'd help me pay for the ticket, so I'm going to 2027, guaranteed.
Yep. Yeah, cosplay is very important on this channel. Like we also want to try to get in, and this is totally on you guys, right? Like if we can get the budget together, and if we can get enough views, my dad looks like Wolverine. I've been begging him for years to do the blue and yellow, or even at least like the black and yellow suit. Like I need him to do a Wolverine, and so it's like if we can get that going for any superhero fans out there, that'd be pretty funny, and I would love to document that because
if he's Wolverine, you should be Deadpool.
Dude, I want to so bad. Like that's what I told him. Like we went to a con where he was Wolverine for a little bit, but he was like Logan from like wearing the business suit, you know, driving the limo at the beginning of the movie, and I 3D printed him the claws, which came out like garbage. So I gotta try that again. But he got so many compliments, and I'm like, Dad, if you just do the super suit, like if you just do it. But I would love to do Deadpool because that would be hilarious. Because then I could just mess with him at conventions, and there's nothing he can do about it because I'm Deadpool.
Give it 20 years, he'll wear the costume.
Literally,
yeah, no.
If he gets mad at you while you're doing it, he's in character.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. So, I've actually, and to be completely honest, I had somebody's family member came over to the house yesterday, and she was telling me I'm starting to look like Wolverine, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I could. I got to trim the beard, shave the front. Don't know how I feel about that. Because I did try the mutton chops at one point when I was in my early 20s, like I think like 19, 20.
Now.
Yeah, especially with the gray that I have in my hair, it's kind of hard to tell right now with this lighting, but I do have grays, and I'm only 26.
Hairs?
Oh yeah, I've had gray hairs for a while now.
I mean, it makes sense. You're stressed the hell out with stuff. I stopped myself that time.
You did.
I almost said shell.
Lol. that shell would have worked. I'm okay with shell, scrap. Yeah, if you could throw in Transformers and Ninja Turtle insults in there, absolutely. Or you know.
Bit.
I don't have gray hair yet, but only a matter of time.
So yeah, it's only a matter of time.
I'm Asian. It'll be a while.
I've pulled a few. But I don't.
Yeah, no,
You've seen my hair. I have long flowing locks.
I'm cool with it because once I also if I shave the beard and keep like the goatee, once I start getting some more gray, especially if I can get gray going on the sides, I can do a Doctor Strange.
Real.
Nice.
And that's what I've been wanting to do for a while. But
4:30?
Yeah, I know. We've been talking for 23 minutes. So our goals for this week, because obviously the video comes out on the 25th, right? So this coming Sunday. To go with it, we're gonna turn the live stream that we're gonna be streaming later tonight into a gaming video, and so it's gonna be edited similar to how I did the previous Fortnite video when I was playing with Mia with the Clone Trooper. So I will edit it, I will find the moments that I really want to emphasize, and then I will sketch out how I want to be posed, get in costume, grab the camera, go in the backyard, shoot my pictures, come back, edit those in, and have some fun with it. So that'll happen. Hey, who's joined us?
William did. Just so you know, William, Luke is recording right now, so keep profanities to a minimum, because I have been failing at that.
I quite apologize, good sir. I will try to keep my language down to a family-friendly amount.
Not a problem. Yeah, so William here is going to be in the live stream with us later tonight. And William, I say tonight because the video is going to come out tomorrow.
Oh, so we're recording it today?
We're doing the status report.
you're good.
Okay, let's start over for a second. We are currently filming the weekly status report that I make to let people know, hey, this is everything we did over the last week. Here's everything going forward for the next week. So, just to reiterate and catch you up, this last week, it has been a lot of cleaning out my computer, figuring out what's been bogging it down, which I figured out it is because HitFilm creates proxies and duplicates my footage in lower quality, but it's kept my proxies over the last, 3 years.
Oh.
So, so that's all cleaned out. We're part of Totodile Hunter as we go into production is I'm going to be at least going to clean out my PC for sure, dust it. It looks like a crypt Indiana Jones would crawl through on the inside of my PC right now, so it needs to be dusted.
You should do that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% it's going to happen.
Fun fact, the pressurized cans of air?
Yes,
you can get small ones of those at Dollar Tree.
I already have a can. We're good on that front.
It's the easiest method of PC maintaining.
Yeah,
Anyway, so we'll get to that in a future status report. What we're gonna do in a future status report is I am gonna talk about the budget for Totodile Hunter, and I'm gonna list out the PC parts to get some upgrades, because since Totodile Hunter is very 3D animated heavy and we're dealing with a little bit more complicated effects, I'd like to have some minor upgrades. So I'm gonna go get the list of parts that I would need and then budget that out and see where we're at, because I do want to devote some of the budget to a couple of upgrades. But so that was last week. I got OBS reorganized. I deleted some scenes that I haven't touched in months, made sure everything was connected properly. Everything audio level should be fine. I noticed in the last status report my audio was super quiet. Windows decided to mute me to 30%, so we fixed that. So that's not a problem anymore. The going forward, we're gonna get the live stream. I have it written out on my board. Day 1, I'm going to do my main pass, where I'm gonna cut out all the boring bits from the live stream into the funny moments video. Day 2, I'm going to do a timing pass, so it's going to be cutting it down to 15 minutes. At least below 18 minutes for the most part. Day 3 is where I'll go get back into the costume, or at least the half that, is not ripped, and then get my pictures and animate them into the video. And then day 4 will be music and sound. And then I will split that up into shorts. So the gaming video... the gaming video, the BTS video, the montage at the end of the BTS video will all come out on the 25th. So if my mom is watching, your montage that you asked for is coming. It's just going to get released alongside the main video, because I don't want to spoil it for everybody else. I actually, you know what, now that I think about it, I might postpone it by a day, just so that way the BTS video can come out. You don't accidentally watch the montage first, but the montage also has a little tag at the end where it's like, hey, you want to see how we made the costume? Click this video. Then I have it selected in the end card, so that shouldn't be a huge deal. And then the shorts will come out every day past that point. So you'll get the main video, and then a short will upload once per day until I run out of shorts. And that is the plan for this next week. And then the following week is diving down into Totodile Hunter and figuring out what that's going to look like, what the time frame is going to look like for that, because I think the last time for the first one, and again, it was a whole learning process. I had to learn it, and I was juggling a lot of things. My schedule was very out of whack. Now my schedule is a lot more fixed. Things are easier to handle, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But I want to say we wrote it in November, shot it in December, and then January, February, March were all dedicated to visual effects. But part of that was me procrastinating because of the BS that I was having to deal with at the time. When I actually got to the VFX, I think it took me 3 days per shot. Except for Piplup. That scene took me a week.
I remember you having trouble with Piplup.
That scene took me a whole week. So if you haven't seen it, I'll put the link in the description. But go check out the first one. Go check out the first one. It is my most popular film to date. That scene took me a week, but every other scene, all the scenes after that, took 3 days each. It was first day was building the CG set and framing the camera. The second day was animation, and then the third day was composition. So it was just comping everything together, putting in the sound, adding it to the main timeline, and then boom, you have a movie. So that's so we'll see. I have to refresh my memory on what the script is and how all the shots work and how we're going to film it, because I think the part that's going to take us the longest is honestly the shooting it part, only because I have to have people at the same time on the same day and everybody has lives. It's super weird. But more about that on the next status report. All I wanted to tell you, which took us 30 minutes to explain, is that we go live later today at 8:00 p.m. California Pacific time. So mark your calendars. Sorry, East Coast. We know we're running late. You can blame Brandon.
Hi. Blame my job.
Yep. He also has work. And a band.
Yeah. A lot of things going.
A lot of things going. The band is pretty cool.
Follow Vagabond.band on Instagram.
There you go.
Speaking of band, you guys should follow vagabond.com. That's what they're
Yeah, put that in the description, honestly.
Yep. I will do that. Okay. Yeah, and that brings us to the end of today's status report. If you have any questions about what we're doing in the future or behind the scenes or any future project like what we just talked about, like comment them down below. We'll answer them on the next status report next week. So yeah, so we will see you guys later. Everybody say bye to the audience.
Bye bye.
Beautiful
Much
time.
love. Much love. Hope.